Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Today I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk today about the weather health risk for January 2nd, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com. And if you shop Amazon, we have a storefront, Patient Weather, on Amazon. Purchases made on Amazon through our storefront support the activities of the patient weather. Looking at the surface map, it's rather nondescript, although it says a lot with very little. High pressure really covers much of the country with that one lingering frontal system, basically just hanging all the way down the plains. But notice it's a warm front cutting across the southeast, and there is another warm front here on the west coast trying to bring more moisture into the west. Lots of showers and rain activity in the west, lots of showers and rain activity here in the southeast. This is our vitality index, and it is a compilation of all of the weather elements that have an impact on human health. And you can see we don't have a lot to look at today, mainly here in the southeast, from Texas across to Georgia, really significant here across Alabama and Mississippi. We have a little bit of activity here in Maryland, and a little bit of activity just pushing away from Maine. Looking at pressure change, and pressure change is usually one of those elements that impact people. Down here in the southeast, from Texas all the way to Alabama, it is falling pressure. And then we have a little bit of rising pressure here in the Michigan Upper Peninsula, and a little bit of rising pressure here in southeastern Maine, moving off into Canada. Temperature change, really we have cold air in place in much of the country. However, it's reasonably warm here in the west and getting nice and warm here in the southeast, Louisiana to Alabama, and a little bit of heat here in eastern South and North Carolina. Dew point temperature change, you can see some moisture just coming here in the southeast, and a little bit of moisture here in Maryland and Virginia area. And the vapor pressure map showing very much the same thing, the focus of moisture here in the southeast. Looking at the measure of change in atmospheric oxygen, you can see we have a risk of migraine, especially strong here from South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, just a touch here in the Panhandle in northern Texas, across into Colorado, Wyoming, and a little bit here in New Mexico. There is a significant risk of migraine here across Maine, moving on into the Canadian provinces. We have a risk of asthma and arthritis across North Dakota, and the main area of asthma and arthritis risk is Texas, across especially strong in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, down into Florida, the entire state, and then up the eastern seaboard across the Carolinas, Virginia, up into Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, and to the southernmost sections of New England. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, tell us where you're located.